everyone, this is another what I eat in a day on Slimming World. This morning I'm making waffles. I'm running extremely late this morning. I haven't even got dressed yet. Anyway, making waffles, Slimming World waffles. Really easy to make, super easy. You basically need ready bread. 40 grams of this is your healthy extra B, 2 teaspoons of sweetener, because you know, you need it sweet. Some recipes call for 100 grams of fat-free natural yogurt. I actually use a full Muller Light because, you know, I can. You can use whatever flavour you want. Obviously, the more flavoursome it is, the better your waffles taste in my opinion, because I don't like natural yogurt or any kind of plain yogurt at all. So, today I'm using the vanilla with dark chocolate sprinkles. You also need some vanilla essence, just a few drops, 2 eggs. Now, I like to make mine extra delicious, so I'm using 11 grams of the Belgian Options hot chocolate powder, and that is 1.5 sins for 11 grams. So let's get on with it. It is so simple to make, it's just so quick and easy. Okay, and then 11 grams of your Options hot chocolate, some sweetener, which to be fair, I never actually measure out, I just chuck in 2 teaspoons. A little bit of vanilla essence, which I'm really bad because I never measure anything. I always just throw it in. But it always tastes nice, so the only thing I really measure is the things that need to be measured, like obviously your oats. Everything else kind of just gets whacked in. Now you just need to give it a really good mix. You want to make sure all those oats are wet. You don't want to leave any oats dry. So make sure you mix it right down to the bottom, incorporating all of them. Once you've given it a really good mix, really thorough mix, go in to use one of these, which is basically just a waffle mold. You can pick them up for a couple of quid on eBay, which is where I got mine from. I'm just gonna have a double check there's no dry oats in the bottom, because that has happened to me before, because I'm just that good. And then you want to pop it, I'm going to say as evenly as you can into the waffle mold, but that doesn't work for me because I'm like the messiest cook ever. You do want to push it right down into the edges though. You don't want to be left with any gaps. Some people do use actual waffle makers for this, and as far as I'm aware that works fine as well. I just don't have one, so obviously I can't. I love these waffles so much. They really fill in as well, so you know they're going to last you till lunchtime. And I have the busiest of days today. I don't even know if I'm going to have time to stop for lunch, but I'm going to try so that obviously I can make something. I had planned on making something this morning, but obviously time has run away with me and I need to leave the house in about 30 minutes. And these need to take about 30 minutes to cook, and we'll come back in half an hour once they're cooked. So they've just come out of the oven and they smell lovely, and I'm away to tip them out onto a plate. They are piping hot just now. Now, normally I would wait for them to cool, because if you don't wait for them to cool just a little, they get stuck inside the silicone mold. I really don't have time for that. I really need to be getting on. So I'm just gonna take them out of the mold, and you can see my probably mess, because they probably will not come out of the mold, okay? But we'll give them a go anyway. Okay, so I managed to leave the base in there because I didn't give it a chance to cool. But these are basically what they look like. They're still going to be very tasty. So I like to chop mine up. Maybe we could have done with an extra 5 minutes in the oven, if I'm honest, but I don't have time for that. So they would normally be nice and crispy on the outside, but obviously I left the base there, which is great of me. I literally have a little drizzle of, this is Sweet Freedom caramel syrup, and I think this is 2 sins for a tablespoon, or half a sin for a teaspoon. And then I'll just throw on some blueberries. This is a really quick and easy breakfast. It uses your Healthy Extra B for your ready break. 40 grams is your Healthy Extra B. And it's also half a sin for the yogurt. as 1.5 sins for the hot chocolate, which you don't have to use. That's optional. The vanilla essence is free. I don't sin sweeteners. And there you have it. One messy looking breakfast, but will still be very tasty and very filling. Hi everyone, so it's now lunchtime and I have been prepping an omelette. I haven't got much in the freezer and the fridge just now, so I'm doing some chicken, some cherry tomatoes and some cheese. I am using the Cathedral City Mature lighter. You can have 40 grams of this as a healthy extra A because it is the lighter one, which means more cheese, and I love cheese. So already weighed and grated, this is 40 grams, which is actually quite a lot of cheese. I like a lot of cheese. So without further ado, we will make an omelette. So I always make 3 egg omelettes because I like a good omelette, a good sized omelette. So I'm sure most of you already know how to make omelettes, but for those of you who struggle with it, like I used to, whisk your eggs up with a fork. I always add a dash of milk, just a little splodge. I then season my mixture with Aromat. For those of you who don't know what this is, it's an all-purpose savoury seasoning. It's actually really, really nice with eggs. So I'll just give it a little sprinkle. There's no rhyme or reason to my omelettes, I just kind of throw things together. So I'm going to spray my pan with Fry Light. I'm using the Golden Sunflower one today. It's really quick and easy, and it's going to be a really quick, easy lunch. As you know, I wasn't prepared today. So I'm also using the smoked chicken. This one's from Lidl's. It's actually one of my favourite chickens. I don't tend to find some of them to be that nice, but this one is lovely. So I just pop it into my mixture. I know some people don't. I know some people like to put a base down first, but I just chuck it all in. Mix it all together and pour it into a hot pan. It really is as simple as that. Throwing in the cherry tomatoes. And then I pop in half my cheese. Keep the other half for a bit later. Make sure you're giving it a good mix and none of your ingredients are stuck to the bottom. Once your pan is hot enough and the Fry Light is no longer white, literally just pour your mixture in. This is my favourite pan. If you hear what anyone says, I love these copper pans. I think I had it a couple of years ago now, and it really has withstood the test of time. So for my omelettes, I like to have a crispy top with cheese, obviously. So I will preheat my grill now and I will sprinkle the cheese on top once the omelette is almost cooked and then pop it into the grill to finish off. That will ensure that the top of the omelette is completely cooked and that the cheese is also nicely melted on top. Just my favourite way of doing it. So just going to pop it into the grill just to finish off the top. It doesn't need long, just a few minutes, and it really finishes off the top. And then I take the other half of the cheese that we had left over and I just sprinkle it over the top. Now just pop it under the grill. Only takes about a minute. And that's it done. And now the question is whether or not I'm going to get it out onto the plate in one go. Here we go, guys. This is my lunch. Chicken, tomato and cheese omelette. This is using 1 healthy extra A and the rest is free. Hi guys, so it is now 6:10. I've prepped everything ready and I can just all go in the pan. So I've just put some Fry Light in my pan and I'm just waiting for it to heat up. For tonight's supper we're having chicken and chorizo rice noodles with mixed vegetables. It's a quick and easy one. I just chopped up some chicken, chopped up 50 grams of chorizo. 50 grams of chorizo is 7 sins and that's going to be split between 3 of us. So that's like 2 and a bit sins. So I'll just say 2. And the rest is vegetables. So this is just a bag of frozen mixed vegetables that I defrosted in the microwave. And these are the rice noodles we'll be using. These are from Home Bargains and I think they're about £1. I think they're free. I can't find anything telling me otherwise because they're dried rice noodles and they just take a few minutes to cook in a pan of boiling water. So pan looks like it's just about hot enough, so I'll just get cracking. Okay, so I've got some diced frozen onions as well, and I just, honestly, I don't measure anything, I just throw in some. I like meals that I haven't got to measure things, I can just throw it all together and know that I'm going to come out with something that tastes really fine. So, yeah, I tend to just throw things together an awful lot. But I've not had no complaints from the family yet, so, and when they start complaining, they'll be cooking their own food. Now I'm throwing in my mixed vegetables. You can make this with any vegetables you want. Sometimes I just do peppers, it depends really what I'm in the mood for. I also make this with pasta, and you can make it with orzo. And I tend to cook them separately in a pan and then just add them to this and mix it all around so it grabs that flavour. So what I'm doing next, the chicken's cooked, the chorizo's cooked, all the vegetables are cooked. So I'm going to break up 2 oxo cubes, and I normally just sprinkle them into the pan and then add a bit of hot water over the top and then just let it simmer down to create a sauce. And then once the noodles are done, I'm going to throw them in with it. So I only use half a pack of the noodles. They come in 2 sections, but they're a nightmare to get out of the bag. But I use just 1/2 of the bag. And that just comfortably does 3 people. But what a mess they make trying to get them out. Now it's just a case of mixing the noodles in, soaking up some of that flavour that's going on in here. I haven't added any herbs or spices, so if you don't carry any of those, you know, it's absolutely fine. You can add, if you want to. We all normally will add salt to ours once we dish it up onto our plates. And that's basically it. Chicken, chorizo, vegetable, rice noodles. And all this for only 2 cents. So my total so far, sin-wise, is 6.5 cents for the day so far, which is not too bad, but I'll probably be snacky later on. I've already used my Healthy Extra A and B today, so I'll need to be careful. But I'll come back later and show you what snacks I have in the evenings. Hi everyone, so it's 10 o'clock at night now, and I'm finally having a cup of tea and a little bit of a snack. It's I've been quite busy this evening, so I haven't managed to sit down until now. So I've just made a cup of tea and I have 2 Hi-Fi bars. These are 3 cents each, or they can be used as a Healthy Extra B. I know it's late to be eating and I know people don't always advise it, but I'm hungry. I don't like going to bed hungry. So just a cup of tea and a snack. So you've seen everything that I've eaten today. I finished the day off on 12.5 cents. I also used my Healthy Extra A's and B. I used my Healthy Extra A's. 1 lot was for my milk and my tea, which I've only had 3 cups today, so it's probably not the full lot, but it's fine. Hey guys, so I was just editing my video, getting some help to edit my video, and I realised that I didn't give you my weight update for this week. So I was 210 pounds in my last video, and I weighed in this morning at Slimming World after I made my waffles at 208 pounds. So it means I've lost 2 pounds this week, and I've really enjoyed it this week. I've enjoyed, you know, making the meals and documenting them. It's also helped me to, you know, double check some sin values that I would sometimes just go with and think, oh, it's just this much. And then when you check them, you realize it's actually a bit more. So making these videos is really helping me as well. And I hope it's helping you guys. So thank you ever so much for watching. And if you like them, please subscribe and hit the like button. And I'll see you in the next video.